Good morning. It is July 12th, Monday, and here we are, choosing to come back to balance, return to center, return to this through line on this Monday morning. Many of us going out into the world, when we leave the safety of our home and our certain stable environment, we go off center, get out of balance, we get out of alignment. I know I do. When I leave my safe little space here and I go out in the world, something happens, maybe an interaction, maybe just traffic. It could be a whole host of things. Just pulls me off of my state of balance, my alignment, my harmony. That's that through line right here. So I come off my through line, maybe out here, maybe out here, and then I need to do something daily to come back to balance. And the other part of that is that coming back to balance doesn't need to be an hour long like my Monday classes. For you, for me, elsewhere when we're outside of class, it could just be coming to Wu Qi, holding this posture right here that we start in, holding this Wu Qi posture and allowing yourself to come back into balance. Could take 60 seconds, could take 30 seconds, could take 5 minutes. We don't know. You can hold this posture, this Wu Qi posture, and just root down into earth and feel this waterfall of energy coming down the body, cleansing you. It could be just doing a few of these Tai Chi arms, or the first of the spinal Qigong is what we call this one. Could just be doing, 5 of these, however many it takes, in the middle of your day, or when you're feeling like you need to come back to that state of balance, harmony. And so it doesn't need to be a big practice. It could be a stop and do one of these or one of these. See how I'm just using my hands to just rake down in my body, through my energy field, through my chakras, through my 3 energy gates, and just coming back to a state of balance. Could just be one of those. So I just want to present, we haven't talked about this before, the concept of that it doesn't need to be an hour. It can just be however much you need on that particular day. And it could be the Qigong, maybe 1, maybe 5, doesn't matter, that you need for that particular day to come back to a state of balance and harmony. So it's up to you. You have to feel your body and be a little intuitive and decide, what does my body need today? Does it need to stand still and just hold posture for a minute or two? Does it need big movements today? Maybe today it needs big movements. Okay, I'll give it some of that. We can choose any one of the Qigongs that I present in my classes. You can choose that to come back to harmony, alignment, and balance. Any one. Doesn't have to be a whole class. So just know that. Take note of your favorites, master your favorites, and then take them with you. Keep them in your pocket. Keep them in your toolkit. And those days that you feel out of alignment, just grab one of those tools that you have from your toolkit from all of our classes. Just one, that's all you need to grab. And I guarantee that one will bring you back into a state of balance. So here we go, let's begin. Let's do this open Wu Qi posture where we're just inviting the light. My feet are touching, they're together. I'm just a conduit between heaven energy coming in through the crown chakra and earth energy coming up through the balls of my feet. Earth is mother, Gaia, yin energy. This is, heaven is father, sky, yang energy. Both coming into my body and meeting right here at the yin yang, right at heart center. One of the major energy gates in the body. And I'm just receiving, I'm not doing anything. If I wanted to, I could just stop right here and that's it. This could be my practice today. And sometimes it is. And I'm just receiving. I'm receiving that Qi, that beautiful life force energy that's around my body. It's everywhere. It's in the trees, it's in this room, it's in the earth, it's in the air. There's Qi all around us, and I'm just receiving it. Right in through the palms of my hands. Remember, we have those energy gates in the center of your palm, the Lao Gong. And I'm just receiving it. Maybe I'm breathing a little bit in this posture. Inhale. Stretching my long bones open, exhale, relax and wiggle. Inhale, open the palms. Exhale, relax the palms, wiggle the fingers. And we do openings and closings in Tai Chi and Qigong. They have a purpose. We end our session showing the body we're complete, we're closing, we're grounding. And we begin our session very methodically, very slowly, sinking all the weight into one leg, step out with a flat, empty foot, and sink into that leg. It's said that watching somebody's opening, you can tell what lineage they're from in China, whether it's Tai Chi or Qigong. That's very true. Openings and closings should not be missed. Very important. I'm just rocking the body side to side, finding that sweet spot on the floor for my feet, the width, making sure my feet are parallel to each other, letting the body unravel a little bit, some stuck energy, tension. And then I root into earth, into this Wu-Chi posture. Remember, sacrum is like an anchor, rooting straight down into earth, long spine. This is the chain that's at the top of the anchor. I've got a long spine. I have a sky hook up here, pulling the top of my head up, elongating my spine. My sacrum is sinking straight down into earth, which flattens out that curve in my lower back. That's what we want, flat lower back. That's Ming Men gate of life. Slight bend in each knee, not locked. Lock them, then release. Take the elbows, lock them, then release. So those are the 5 bows. The back, 2 knees, and elbows are in I've got a slight bend, no locked joints. I'm allowing the chi to flow. Getting in a posture where the chi is allowed and can flow more readily in my body. And then I'm getting ready to unlock any stagnant or blocked energy in my body. So I'm going to tap with a cupped hand in the langong, the palm, along the meridian lines of my body. From the wrist, up the outside, down the inside. Up the outside, down the inside. Up the outside, shoulder blade. Come around, massage underneath the armpit, all those lymph nodes in there. Breathe, breathe out. You may feel the need to breathe. And exhale any stagnant energy. You can just exhale it out your mouth. Now I'm drumming the ribs, activating all the organs underneath the ribs by drumming and vibrating the ribs. Then I'm on the other arm, up the outside, down the inside, again cupping the hand, not using my fingers, I'm using my palm. Up the outside, shoulder blade. Come around, massage lymph nodes and armpit. Breathe, don't forget to breathe, don't hold your breath. Drum the ribs. Dantian. Snap it. I'm using my fingers here. This is the only time I'm using my fingers. Snapping. Dantian, 2 inches below belly button. And let's get that thymus thump right in the thymus gland here. Come down a little bit. This is lungs. Also activates thymus gland, increases the immune system, boosts the immune system. Right here and here are lung points, lung 1 and 2. Let's get those, tapping. Then get underneath the collarbone, massage. Get all those lymph nodes under there. This is wonderful self-massage. If you can remember to do this every day or every other day, get underneath the collarbone, get all those lymph nodes under here. This is self-massage, lymphatic massage. Remember, the lymph nodes only drain and detox from movement or massage, So for between here, 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 and here, you're getting lots of major lymph nodes. Brush down vagus nerve, just gently brushing, just pushing down. The other area of lymph nodes, the biggest area, is the kwa, KWA, or groin, but we will get at that through the movement in our Qigong. So we get at that. We don't even need to massage there. And let's finish. Oh, let's come around the back first of all. After we do Dantian, come around the back and gentle fists, very gentle. Drum the kidneys. It may sound like I'm doing it hard, but I'm not. Then rub sacrum and coccyx bone. Coccyx is below the sacrum. Want to get both of those. And let's do the legs. All the way down to the ankles. Remember, the ankles are a longevity point, kidney. Make sure you get those right around the ankles and the Achilles heel with your fingers. Then come back up to Chi and hold. Remember, long spine, sky hook, sacrum down. Slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the elbows. Here's what the posture looks like. Notice my lower back is flat. Gate of life is flat, meaning it's open. Come back into this Wu Chi posture and just notice, how did something you just did externally affect the internal? How do you feel after the tapping? I feel warmth. I feel a little body buzz, feel a little tingly, feel like my hands are awake. Whatever it is, just observe, witness. Don't need to do anything or label it, but just notice it. That's all. And then we're going to do another thing to shake off any more stagnant energy. We're going to do bouncing. We're going to close the mouth and inhale, exhale, shallow through the nose. It's the only time we'll be doing a shallow breath. So inhale, exhale, up and down with the knees. And at the very last one, we're going to tap the heels on the very last one. If you want to tap the heels a little in between, you can. I sometimes do. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. My body's very loose. My muscles are like fruit dangling from a tree. My muscles are the fruit. My bones are the tree. And I'm just trying to get very loose here. Even though my hands are in this up and down position, my body itself is very loose. I'm shaking off any excess stagnant energy. Back to Wu Chi. Notice I did a big heel tap at the end. Now I'm just letting my body move, letting it recalibrate, come back into a state of balance, homeostasis. Body wants to come back into homeostasis. Doesn't want to be out of balance. It's fighting to get back to balance. And we're just giving it the tools to do that. You're your own medicine here. And Qigong is the medicine, and you're giving it to yourself, and it's free. That's the best part. Qigong and working with Qi is free. Good, relax the whole body. One more of those. Last one. Whoa, wow, that one felt good. You may need a tissue. I often do, from that in and out through the nose. Now let's activate the belly pump. So we did a little shallow breathing. We're purging the Qi, getting rid of that stagnant energy on the body. And now let's activate belly pump. Inhale. Belly comes out like Buddha. I'm going to show you with my hands. You hold Wu Chi posture. Inhale through the nose. Pass the chest down deep into the belly. Belly exhales. Inhales like Buddha. Sticks out. And then exhale through the mouth. Belly comes in towards the spine, slightly up. Inhale through the nose. Buddha belly. Exhale. Belly comes in and up, in and up. One more to activate belly pump. Notice my exhale is hot, audible exhale. That's called the cleansing breath. Since your mind hears that breath, sends the body into a state of parasympathetic, which is rest, digest. That's the mode we want the body to be in. And let's begin some Qigongs from here. Let's inhale. Let's do Tai Chi arms. And exhale. On this one, feel the arms being pulled up. I've got a string here and a string here. And the strings are pulling my wrists up, no higher than my shoulder top. And then the strings are pulling my wrists in towards my body. And then down, elbow, wrist, fingers. down, elbows, wrist, fingers. There's a whipping sensation. Let's just show the arms first. In towards me, down. Arms up, feel the strings pulling up the top of the wrists, strings pulling in towards the body, and then down, that whipping sensation, slow whip, elbows, wrists, fingers. Now let's add that quad region we talked about, right? These are quad squats. Quad squats are, notice my knees stay in the same place, but my pelvis moves back in space and forward in space, backwards, forwards. Notice my quad, groin, back, forward. My fingers disappear, my pinkies disappear in the folds of my quad, and then they come out of that. So I fold at the quad, open the quad. These are quad squats. This is pumping the lymphatic system manually. So we're always going to be doing this most of the time, I should say, not always, never, always not a good word. Most of the time, we'll be doing this in our Qigongs. So here we go. Inhale, exhale. Feet are shoulders width, parallel. Make sure your feet are parallel. Toes are not out nor in. Inhale, exhale. This is my go-to Qigong. If I just need to calm down, I don't want to think about choreography or anything, I just do this one. If within 5 or 10 of these, I'm already starting to just calm down. This is a wonderful one to do before bed. Turn the palms towards each other. Keep the exact same motion, but notice the difference when the palms are towards each other. Just notice. Same exact motion. I've not changed anything about this movement, except I've turned my palms towards each other so they can talk. At the top, I do let my wrists go up a little bit because they want to. Inhale, exhale. If you want to add the breath. If you don't have this yet, don't add the breath. But if you've been doing this a long time and you have it, you can inhale and then exhale on the down. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, don't add the breath unless you've been doing this for a while and you're very familiar with it. If you're not, get the choreography first. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And connect with your breath. Ride on the speed of your breath. My breath is dictating the speed here. I'm also using my breath to connect my mind with my body. Mind and body are usually disconnected at the neck for most of us Westerners. And we can use the breath, though, as with the movement in combination and sync up the mind with the body by using the breath, which is what I'm doing right here. Keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth behind front teeth to connect the circuit in the back of the body and the front. We've got an energy channel going up the back of the body and down the front. That's called the microcosmic orbit. And keeping your tongue on the roof of the mouth behind front teeth is your connection point. Just think of it like completing the circuitry in your body, keeping your tongue there. And breathe in and out through your nose during the Qigong practice. Last one. Keep the hands connected. Now we're going to do a little bit of whole body breathing. Inhale. Exhale. I'm coming close to show you. Inhale. Notice how soft, relaxed my fingers and wrists are. Inhale. Exhale. I'm doing this in front of lower dantian, which is 2 inches below the navel, where we store our qi. We're born with some qi in there, a lot of it. That's why we're so vital as babies. But that qi over the years depletes. So we do these types of practices to increase our qi, our life force, our vitality, our health, our energy. You can see when someone's qi is high. You can feel it when they enter a room. You can feel when someone's chi is low. Well, we want to keep our chi high, so that's why we do these practices. The ancients knew how to keep their chi, their life force, high and replenished. They knew when their chi depleted and they needed to add to it, needed to add and replenish to it. They knew. And they figured out ways to do that. You're your own healer here. Inhale, exhale. Show you from the side. Inhale, exhale. Again, using the breath to marry the mind with the body here. Again. Next one, we're going to go right into spinal cord breathing. Healthy spine is a healthy body and organs. Inhale, chest up, look up. Exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis under. Notice my posture at the end is like this. I've got the letter C going on right here. Inhale, chest up, look up. Exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis under, and bend the knees. This is called spinal cord breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, I just had an adjustment. Saved myself $30 copay. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Spinal cord is the information highway to the whole body. All the organs rely on a healthy spinal cord. So we're doing the 4 motions. This is 2 of them to keep the spinal cord healthy. You may have an adjustment here. That's okay, as long as there's no pain. I had a wonderful adjustment on my 3rd or 4th one. Then we're going to do the other 2 right here. Exhale. This is called gazing at the moon. Palms are towards the body, right in the center around the heart. And then what we're going to do is just turn. So pigeon toe your feet slightly just to protect the knees. And we're going to turn, turn, turn. Notice the reason I'm pigeon toeing is so my knee doesn't collapse in. So if I keep my knees out and I turn, this could happen. That's not good. I turn, this could happen. See the knee? Not good. But if I slightly pigeon toe, look what happens. I could just turn. I'm just rotating on my center. My spine is a post. Picture a revolving door at the airport. And my spine is that post and the revolving door. So just do this before we add the hands. Let's make sure you have this first. Notice my quad. Folding at the quad here, then I fold at the quad here. What am I doing? I'm pumping my lymphatic system, but I'll also be working my spine as well. So your spine is the post of the revolving door. I'm not shifting weight. There's no weight shift here. None of that. I'm centered, completely 50-50. Now let's add the hands. You got the feet, you got the quad. Add the hands, palms towards you. Let's turn and just turn the palms away from you like this. And I'm looking through, like I'm peeping through, gazing at the moon. So the palms go away from me. Feet still, slightly pigeon toe. Come towards you, palms towards, palms away as you gaze at the moon. Palm towards you, palms away, gaze at the moon. Towards you, away. You may have an adjustment here too, very possible. Spine loves this movement. So if you saw what we've done, we've gone forward and backwards, bending the spine both directions, this way and this way. Now we're twisting, turning the spine. Gazing at the moon. Come to the center, push down, nice and slow. Don't ever just come out of it quickly, nice and slow. We're at the halfway point. Please take a sip of tea or hot water. Anything you could put warm during our class is good. If you don't have warm, that's okay. Just try not to drink cold. Let's come back into Wu Chi. Let's do a couple of washboards. Inhale, come up. Open the chest a little bit. Feel this opening of the chest right here, of heart center opens. Then turn the hands over top and push down. Grab some chi. Inhale. Open the heart. Hands come over the top and push down. Grab some more chi. Inhale. Notice, open the heart. Hands just come around. Right around the chin, mouth, push down. Inhale. Open. Exhale, push down. Leave one hand down and let the other one now float up. Notice, palm up, palm down. Here we go. This is heaven and earth press. Pressing. Let me stand back so you can see me. I'm pushing way up to the sky, down into earth. I look at the top hand for a moment. I gaze at the top hand as I push, and then I relax the hands. Feet now come back to parallel, by the way. Just make sure your feet are parallel. Double check they're not still pigeon-toed. They're shoulders width apart. As I release that top hand, I make a ball. I'm compressing this ball, this beach ball of energy. And then as I'm coming down and compressing it, what you see up close, the first one, how do my hands not just smack into each other? Well, when they get close, I move them, and then the pinkies kiss. Pinkies kiss. They don't have to touch. It's just a way of remembering pinkies kiss, meaning they go past each other. And then the top hand rolls over, pushes up as the bottom hand pushes down. That's why it's called heaven and earth press. Pressing up to heaven, palm up. Pressing down to earth, palm down. I press, extend the body, feel this big stretch right here. Look at the top hand, release it. Float down. Floating down, pinkies kiss. And press. Look at the top hand. Release it. Compress the beach ball, palms towards each other. Make some space, let pinkies kiss. And press. Really stretch. Look at the top hand. Release. Float down. Compress the ball. Pinkies kiss. One more each side. Press. Heaven and earth press. Look at the top hand. Release. Compress the ball. Pinkies kiss. And one more, last one. Really feel that stretching. And just release the top hand. Good. Bring the hands into the hip bones. Feel for your hip bones. Bring the hands in, palms up. Now we're going to take another posture. Our Wu Chi posture is feet parallel, shoulders width. Now we're going to take a horse stance posture. Boy, is this good for the legs. Let's warm them up a little bit because we haven't done this posture yet today. And just go up and down, rub the hands along the thighs and around the knees to warm them up. All right, here we go. Now, really important in this posture is that the lower back is flat. So this would be incorrect. That's ribs out, forwards. Push the ribs in. Take your fingertips and push on your rib tips. Push them in. Notice what happened. My lower back got flat, sacrum sinks down into earth. That's the posture we want. So we always say rib tips in. So also suspenders. Thumb on the rib tips, pinky on the hip tips. That's open suspenders. Close the suspenders, okay? It's another way to look at it. go back to that posture. Now, you can do this in a high horse stance, totally fine, still working the legs and the body, a medium or super low. Work at your level. You may be somewhere in between. I started out high and I started going low over time. That's what happens. Better off to do it that way. Remember, in Taoism, work 70% of your capacity. We never push past 70%. Your body in time will get stronger, more balanced, and you'll just naturally go deeper. So palms up at your hips. This is called swallow skims the lake. Many of you already know this one. We're gonna shift the weight, shoots the hand out. So it's the weight shift that shoots the hand out. My hand is right in line with my solar plexus. Hard to see on video, but it's in line with solar plexus. Then I'm gonna scoot down, which this is called root. I'm gonna root down. It's gonna skim the lake. Notice my arm is parallel to earth. Skim the lake, out to the side, straight in line with my side. Overhead as I rise. So I rise, that brings the bird overhead, and then he comes back and around and back into his nest. Next swallow comes out, solar plexus, parallel to earth, overhead, flies overhead, and back to the nest. Shoot the other one out, skims the lake, out to the side, flies overhead, back to the nest. Next one, flies out, skims the lake, flies overhead, and back to the nest. Now watch my legs. Root, skim, rise, root, nest. Root, skim the lake, fly overhead, rise up, and root back down into the nest. Now let's get a little bit of a flow going here, now that you've got the basics. Allow your feet to move here. Look how my feet are moving. I'm adjusting them based on how much I'm sinking into that leg. Your feet may need to, the feet may need to do this a little bit, is my point. Allow the feet to do this if they need to. Don't torque the knees, okay? Shoot it out. Rise up, root. Rise, root. Shoot it out. Rise up, fly overhead, root. Shoot it out. Skim, fly, root, and hold. Good. Walk the feet in, toes, heels, toes, heels. That's the safest way to walk in. And we're going to do some twisting teacups next. Twisting teacups is fantastic movement because, oh, I'm winded, because it really works the whole upper body. It works the mind. So there's neurological stuff going on because you're asking the body to do movements it's not accustomed to doing. Basically, twisting teacups are big figure eights. And that's what we'll be doing. So you'll take a wider than normal stance, different than horse, just a wider than normal stance. And then you can adjust your feet as you're in the form, as need be. So adjust as need be. 2 teacups. So I can spill the tea like this or like this. I can spill the tea, but I don't want to go like this. And you know, think of you're holding grandma's teacups. You don't want to totally like flip them over and the whole cup breaks. But if I spill some tea this way or this way, that's okay. We just don't want to dump the cups. One of the ways I've done this to practice is sometimes I will put something in my palms, a little pebble I found on the ground, piece of paper. Well, paper flies around. I've tried that, not so great. But little pebbles are great. And so don't worry about those now, but that's for those of you who've been doing this for a while, you can put a pebble in each hand and see how it goes. Really gives you some feedback. So first we're going to start out going backwards. And the body needs to move out of the way on these. So we're going to go backwards behind us, behind. Palms up, remember, palms up, out to the sides. Now I'm letting the body get out of my way, over my head, palms up, leaning back as they come around like 2 lassos. And then they go past the kidneys again. Look at this, and I'm just getting out of the way, getting out of the way. Look how I'm leaning back. What I'm doing is in my left and right arm, I'm making 2 figure eights. Here's the top loop of the figure eight, bottom loop of the figure eight. Top loop, bottom loop. Top loop, over the head. Again, doing everything I can to keep my palms upright. This is twisting teacups with 2. We can do it with 1 arm. Let's do 2 today. Notice how I'm leaning back. Show you from this side what it looks like, what my body's doing. Body's just getting out of the way. Feet are gripping into earth to hold me steady. Next one, hold. Stop right here. Serve the tea. Now we're going to, this is wonderful for the shoulders, by the way. This is one of the reasons I came back from 2, 1 in each side, multiple tears, rotator cuff tears. This has been one of my rehabs, but it's wonderful and it really works the mind too. So let's reverse it. Now we're going to start at the top, go this way, up and around. Now we know we reversed it. Why? Because we're going to come this way past the kidneys. This way. So before we went this way, now we're coming past the kidneys this way and serving the tea. Up over the top, through, get out of the way, come past the kidneys, serve the tea. Up overhead, 2 lassos, upper loop. Lower loop of the figure eights. Upper loop. Lower loop. Serve the tea. Up. Lower. Very exhilarating movement. See, I'm winded from it. I'm talking and doing it. My legs are getting a workout too. And we're going to land them right as they come back, land them right on the hip bones. Good. Take another quick drink. Remember, I'm at altitude. So here we go, back into that horse stance. Here we go. And we're going to punch. Okay? This is, one hand is back, palm up. And then I want you to spiral it out. Practice spiraling it out like a corkscrew. 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 And back, corkscrew. And back, corkscrew. Back. Okay, now let's add something. I actually saw this one in the Shaolin Temple in Germany. I wasn't there, but I really enjoy doing their Qigongs. Now my legs are engaged. Touch your legs, feel that they are engaged. Your height is up to you. I'm trying to stay in the camera, so I'm at a certain height. Punch, rotate out, corkscrew, punch, open the hand. Open, towards the pinky, always towards the pinky, you grab someone's shirt. So if you were going to grab someone's shirt, you'd grab them like this. You wouldn't grab them towards the thumb. You'd grab them like this, right? You'd grab them like this, towards the pinky. So just remember that when we're doing this. Punch, open, grab towards the pinky, grab someone's shirt, break wrist. Break wrist means bend wrist. Bend wrist, one finger at a time, pinky, next, 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 and the thumb. That's dog bite grip. Push, pull. Feel this lever, how that this pulling in sends this one corkscrewing out. Open. Grab the shirt towards the pinky, break wrist, and then one finger at a time. Don't overlook this part. This is a neurological. One finger at a time. Slow. My mind, my eyes are burning a hole of focus into that fist. That's super important. Now I'm on this fist. Watch. I'm going to burn a focused vision into this fist so I can make this do, my body do what I want it to. Open. Grab. One finger at a time. Push, pull. Open. Grab. One finger at a time. Push, pull. open, grab. One finger at a time. Look at that. Look how smooth I'm making that. I couldn't do that at the beginning. This was not smooth. Now it's smooth, but I've been working at it. I was glitching. I was not able to do this. If you're glitching, you have some muscle memory amnesia, which is a little bit of a breakdown between the mind and the body, or the limb, in this case, the hand, could be the foot, telling the body what to do. We can get it back. I'm proof of it. I was really glitchy when I started to do this, and now I'm smooth, but it took time. Punch, open, grab. You want to do this until it becomes super smooth, silky smooth. And in. Good. Inhale, exhale, push down, walk the feet in, nice and gentle. Good. Now let's do the crane. Shake out a little bit. Always good to shake out in between. Shake out the legs. Maybe move the legs a little bit. We do a little bit of balance work on the back end of our class here. Here we go. One thing about balance work, you can use the wall with a couple fingers on the wall. You can use a chair. Here's a chair. Preferably a chair without wheels would be better. You can use a countertop. Countertop is about this high. You could use a countertop. So you're going to go up the hand and knee at the same time. Try to get that going at the same time. Again, this is neurological mastery too. A lot of neurological stuff going on. There's balance, neurological, joint mobility, got it all. In Qigong, we've got it all. Inhale, knee up, arms up. Exhale, knee down, hands down. In unison, sync it up. Sync it up. If you're new at this, toe down, toe down. Or lift the foot up a couple inches, 2-3 inches down. Knee up, toes above the ground, 2-3 inches. We never go any higher than thigh parallel. That's the highest you'll go. And try to coordinate everything. I'm going to push the chair away, but only because I don't need it anymore. I used to need it. I used to use the chair. Sometimes if I'm having an off day, I may keep one finger on a wall and I flap the other arm. See, I have this finger up on a wall. That's an option too. You could start out with 5 fingers on the wall, then work down to 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just have one finger down. And then eventually you get to this place where you're just able to inhale, exhale. Don't have to use the breath. I just do sometimes if I'm in the mood. More importantly, is get the balance. And when you step down, make sure you find your sweet spot. Do you want to step here? I need some space so that I can rock side to side. So I give myself some space about shoulders width step. Try to make this smooth, fluid, like really like you're a bird. Crane, the eagle, soaring through the sky. One more. And relax. Get the feet parallel to each other, a little wider than shoulders width, so you can go down. And we're going to do parting clouds or put the protective shield around the body. It's called parting clouds or protective shield, either one. Grab some chi, bring it up, the center line of the body. Notice my hands, back of the hands are together, in close. In close. Come up. Let me show you it first, nice and close. Hands touching. See how back of the fingers are together? Not like this. I'm not yanking my body in a way it's not comfortable. Back of the hands together. And then this is said to be dragons coming out of the water right here. And then I just turn them over and I exhale, parting the clouds. I see clouds right here and I part the clouds. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Come down as far as you're comfortable. Inhale, up. Turn the hands over, part the clouds. Exhale, down. Rising up. Rooting down. Rise. Root. Rise. Root. Rising up. Inhale. Exhale, rooting back down. Relax the hands on the next one. Always come out of the Qigong slowly. We never just come out of it fast in our regular state. Always come out nice and slow. Bring the feet in. And we're going to do a little bit of swimming dragon today. Really in the mood for this one. Let's get that spine moving. Swimming dragon is a wonderful exercise. It boosts the immune system because it gets the muscles on both sides of the spine going like this. And they're going like this and this. And apparently that boosts the immune system, so I've been told. There's two ways to do it. We're going to do it both ways, one with feet together, one with feet closed. If you do this on your own and you like one over the other, feet together versus feet open, just do that one. It's all good. You don't have to do both. I do both to give you guys options. Feet together, this one, although I will say this, feet together does have a bit more torque and stretching, twisting of the spine. So I will say that because when the feet are together, you can swing the hip out. So that is the one thing about that part, this part of it. So what we're going to do, hands together, prayer posture at heart center. I'm touching heart center with my thumbs. And what's going to happen is my hands, my feet are together. Look at my feet are together. I'm just going to come in for a moment. And my hands are going to go one way. My hip goes the other. But I don't get all like this. Try to keep your shoulders in alignment. I have the benefit of the camera to give me feedback. They're mostly in alignment. So the palms one way and the hips the other way. And then I look over the shoulder of the direction the hips are going. Now I bring the palms the other way and the hips shift out that way. I look over the shoulder of those hips that are out. Switch, palms one way, hip the other way. Hip is the opposite way. Hip out, look over the shoulder. You should feel a twisting sensation in your spine. It's like this, like wringing out a wet towel. That's what it should feel like. This shoulder is curving in a little bit. This shoulder curving in a little bit. So it's the hip and the shoulder. Other side. So for this part, really the feet need to be together because it's hard to put the hip out. For the other part, I'll show you we can do it two ways. That should feel like a really nice stretch. Now here we go. Here goes the swimming dragon. This we can do feet together or feet apart. Working up a sweat here. That's the chi. I've got circulation going on in my body. Now the dragon is going to swim to the left to the right. I'm just bending my body with it. I'm not bent over. There's no lower back going on here. The dragon is swimming side to side. My fingertips are the head of the dragon swimming to side to this side, side to side, side to side. And then it starts coming out of the water. So I start letting it, let me get back up here so I can stay in the camera. Side to side, now it's starting to come out of the water. Up, 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 here it goes. It gets smaller side to side as it comes up because it's getting to the shallow part of the water, and then it comes out of the water, hands together straight up overhead, come on your tippy toes, and then come back down. Great. Now let's try and see how that feels with feet open. Here we go. Side, same thing, but just feet open, just a little different. It's a little different feel. I like them both. Sometimes I do both. Sometimes I do one, side to side. Side to side. Feel your spine. Your spine should feel coiling like a dragon or a snake. This coiling sensation. Try to make the spine feel really loose. Side to side, and now it's coming up out of the water. As it gets more shallow, so the shallow depths, it gets a little bit less side to side, more wiggle, 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 and up. Straight up, tippy toes, and back down. Good, excellent. That's swimming dragon. Relax the hands. And now we're just going to do a little bit of mobility work for our joints to bring synovial fluid in between the joints is our goal here. I'm making 2 infinity signs, one here, with my hands, elbows floating. Side to side, feel this infinity. Adding the fingers, if you're ready. Only add the fingers if you're ready. Basic unit is just this. Get this first. Then if you've gotten that, you can add the opening and closing of the fingers. You really want to go slow. Don't just think, oh, I have it, I have it. Most people don't have it. They think they have it, but they don't. So we want to go slow and articulate and make sure that we really do have it. And part of that is articulation is bringing fluid into the joints so that we don't have joint pain or joints rubbing against each other. And also, this is neurological, we're making new neural pathways, just like we were with this one, making new neural pathways as we tell the body to do something it's not used to doing. New neural pathways in the brain must be made, and they will be made. Reverse it. Now I'm going the opposite way. Those neural pathways will be made if you keep doing this over and over. And then when you have it, that's when you know new pathways have been made in the brain. That's how you know. But don't assume you have it. It's not that easy. It's not as easy as it looks. I do things for months before I bring them into class. I sort of cheat. So don't think it's easy because I may make it look easy. When I first started, I could not do this. Now add the fingers. If you're not a novice, a beginner at this one, add the fingers. If you're a beginner and haven't done this one in a while, just keep basic unit. Just the hands, relaxed. All right, that's basic unit. This is next level, adding the fingers. Good. Wrist circles. Now we're just going to plow right through the rest of the body. Wrist circles, up and in, up and in, up and in, up and away, up and away. Elbows. Notice I just switched from wrist to elbow circles, away, up and away, up and away, up and in. Good. Now let's work these right here, shoulder blades. We've got energy gates in our shoulder blades. We want to, shoulder blades and ribs are 2 areas in the human body as we age that tend to lock up. So we want to make sure that those stay open and loose. And if they're locked, we can unlock them with the movements we're about to do. So hold a big steering wheel, big ship. wooden steering wheel like this. I'm holding it like that, holding the bottom, left and right corners of the wheel. And then I'm going to walk my shoulder blades, not from here, not here, here, shoulder blades. You can hit them a little bit, wake them up. Shoulder blade, forward, 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 forward. Notice how the ribs are involved. I'm not doing this. So it's not this. This is one thing. That's another thing. This is not what we're doing though. My elbows are not bending. My elbows are staying pretty much locked. Not a hard lock, but straight. Walking the shoulder blade forward, walking it forward. Look at my shoulder blades. Look how they're moving. Sometimes easier to see from behind. Notice my ribs are engaged too, but my ribs are just coming along for the ride. My focus, my mind is in the shoulder blades. Now walk them backwards. Again, mind in shoulder blades. Mind in shoulder blades. Don't worry about the ribs. Ribs just come along for the ride, which is nice. And so then the ribs wind up getting unlocked in this one too. Breathe. Back may adjust. Relax. Good, relax. Now let's move those ribs. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Now, side, side. Moving those ribs. See how we're doing? We're opening them up by using 4 points. Forward, backward, side, side. But eventually, our goal is we're going to make a circle. Everything is circles. Our stretches in Qigong are circular. Okay, so we did forward, back, side, side. Now, put your hands here, relax a little bit, and just try to move your ribs. You can do it standing, or you can do it down like this. And you could really work those ribs. I could sit in a chair too. My goal is just to focus all of my energy on the ribs. Now reverse it. I'm just connecting the dots of the circle of what I just did to warm up. Forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward. Reverse it. I can do it this way. I could do it seated in a chair. I could do it standing. But the goal is to unlock these ribs. You can put your hands here and push against your hands. That's another thing you can do. Push against those hands. That'll show you if your ribs are moving. Also, pushing against a hand, pushing against something, activates the ribs. So if the ribs are really stuck, put your hand there and push against it. Push against it. Then here, push against it. That gives the ribs something to do instead of just saying, oh, move that way. No, push against the hand. That's the way I unlocked mine. Mine were not great either. It's pretty common as we age for the ribs to lock up, but we don't want them to. You'll notice, by the way, if you do this and then you go back to something like twisting teacups, that you're more limber. Your body will be more dragon-like. And that's what we want. Next one, hip circles. Remember, this one, we're not moving from the head. We're moving from the hips. My feet are parallel, a little wider than shoulders width, maybe. And I'm going super, oh, there we go. Just had an adjustment. So if we go fast, if we just go fast like this, the back, the spine, the hips, sacrum, none of it will feel comfortable and safe enough to adjust. And you may not get an adjustment even if you do go slow, but at least you have a chance that it can adjust. If you go fast, no way it's going to adjust. The body hunkers down, it doesn't feel safe. It's not going to allow an alignment to happen. So I'm skimming the inside of a wine barrel, or I can say I'm skimming the inside of a hula hoop with a big circle with my hips, leading with the hips. Head is coming along for the ride. In fact, the head is the opposite of where the hips are, but the head is not doing anything but coming along. Reverse it. Just coming along for the ride. Breathe, relax. And come up. Good. That should feel good. Last one, neck circles. Big circles with the neck. Feel like the neck is elongating. I'm crossing my hands to take my shoulders out of it and reverse it. I usually do 3 to 5 each way. Relax the hands, shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. Shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. This is to counteract all that texting and reading and the head looking down stuff that we do, maybe keyboard. Shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. Great. Now I'm just checking my body. I feel, checking in. Let's just finish up with ankle circles. My ankles just told me, hey, I feel like I'm neglected. 3 to 5 one way, 3 to 5 the other way. Ankles are hard, feet are hard to make go in a smooth circle. If it's not smooth, work on it. Here we go the other way. Let's do it more. See, I've got one foot does a better, smoother circle than the other. Reverse it. And so I can work on that. That's a breakdown between the mind and the limb. Just work on it. Okay, shake it off. We're going to close our practice now. Take it all off. Great. Shift all the way into the left leg 100%. Right leg is empty. Left leg is full, filled with weight. Push off the left leg. Scoop the chi around the body. Hands like shower heads, bathing the body in a sea of chi as my palms face the top of my head, just bathing my body. And now my hands just float down the front of the body. Palms turn inwards towards the body, nice and slow, floating down through your etheric field. Just feel that. That should feel balancing, smoothing, aligning. It's like you're smoothing out the wrinkles. Passing through all 7 chakras and 3 energy centers. Grooming. Washing clean. One more, just because it feels good. Scoop all that beautiful chi around you. Hands like shower heads, and then floating down the front of the body, palms inward. Relaxed. How far the hands are, you get to decide. It's intuitive. Your etheric field or energy field around your body is always changing. It's always in flux. So one day it could be 6 inches. Another day it could be 8, 10, a foot. You have to feel for it. No one can tell you where that is. And then back to this open Wuchi posture, palms forward. As we end our practice. Thank you so much.